What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. P-Stab here, and today we're playing Conflict of Nations, and we have selected Algeria as our starting country, I should say. As our starting country of Algeria, we are playing at the standard one-time speed, so 1 hour in game is 1 hour in real life, and it'll be a slower game. I plan on doing two series at the same time while playing this. The first one is going to be a one-time speed. The second series is going to be at a 4-time speed. Keep an eye out for that video. But over here, we have Algeria. Nice little country. We're only playing with the half map. So we have the Russian Empire over here to the right, which will definitely be a force to reckon with later. Someone's already playing as that country, so there's that one. I believe Germany was another one. Yep. I obviously took Algeria. Both Morocco and Tunis, they don't have anybody who can play as them. There will only be the computer, so that's a nice little bonus that we can jump with. We can get some good land early, get some home cities uncontested, and really just secure this lower portion. And then from there, we can figure out if we're going to do any type of a coalition, either with Spain, Portugal, maybe Italy and France, kind of see what's going on. We also have to be mindful that to our far west, we have the United States, we have Canada, Quebec, Vermont, and Cuba, Bahamas, Jamaica, Haiti. They are all playable areas, so at any time someone could grab up one of these. Up right there, look, the United States was already taken. So we just have to be mindful that even though we have down here, we can secure it, that we do just need to be mindful of this waterway. Anybody can come in. I mean, it's easy to secure off right here, but then you have a land connection. So, great start. I'm pretty sure who's this? Oh, United Kingdom. I forgot about that. I always forget that for some reason the United Kingdom has this there's one little spot down here that, I mean, I guess strategically it would make sense if they maybe built an airport there, fly some troops down and hop over and maybe try to grab this region. It is a bit of a risky move in the beginning, so it's kind of weird the game decided to give that to them. But hey, it was the United Kingdom Empire. Just kidding, the British Empire. I know, it's the British Empire. But that's enough of me talking. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we start off with 2, 4, 6, 8, and I believe 10 motorized infantry. We have 1 combat recon vehicle. We have our air superiority fighter jet. I believe I saw yep, total artillery. Okay, so pretty standard for this area. It's only 5 cities, but like I said, we can grab Tunis, which will give us some fuel. We have some the rare components over here, the rare materials. We also have the ability to get some more components that we are desperately going to need, because we're going to need a decent navy just to help block off these areas, make sure they're good. We can also build some local industry here to get some more of our supplies and more fuel. That's nice. We have a pretty good group here now. I'm going to start off right away and research my motorized infantry. Now, I could go with the National Guard and really pump out those units. They do produce the quickest, but since both of these areas to my left and right and left are non-playable, they're just computer bot generated, I don't need to worry about them pushing in on me too hard, as if maybe I was playing as Ukraine or maybe even Iran, Belarus, any of these where Russia could quickly start an invasion. I do have the luxury where I can take a little bit. So I researched mechanized and use those as my starting units. I'm also going to go right ahead and start producing my army base. It's the quickest to produce with 1 minute. And I'm going to follow that up secondly with the recruiting office. That way, all the troops that I continue to produce afterwards, they'll produce just a little bit quicker. Ideally, I'll probably not reach recruiting office level 5, maybe recruiting office level 2, because it is between 3 and 4. There's nothing really going on. 2 is a nice area just to help pump out troops at a faster rate. And you see some of the nice bonuses we get there. So, nothing too bad. I'm also now recruiting office. We're going to queue that one up. And we'll queue up an arms industry directly afterwards. So we're going to have a nice little queue in the beginning. It's going to take some time. Like I said, this is 1-time speed, so we're definitely going to run low. Oddly enough, we're going to be out of fuel on our 15-hour mark, but that's okay. We can actually fix that real quick by just grabbing a little bit of fuel. So we do have about 40,000 to play with in money. And we're just going to grab this whole stack. It's cheap. And that should hopefully give us what we need in order to finalize. No, we're still low on fuel. Well, it's okay. We'll come back to that probably tomorrow. But we're going to make a push, I believe. I'm probably going to go with components. That seems to be the lowest we're making per hour. We're not that rich of a country. Definitely going to want to figure out where we can get more electronics at sometime later. We might need to up our production on our industry in this region down here. But we're definitely going to need components, especially for running a naval, any type of naval blockage here, which go in and look at our Corvette and start research on those, only because we are going to use them to protect our local cities, and that should help us out. But for now, let's move troops over to here. And I'm going to put just these guys here so they're a little beefed up in case for some reason the AI decides that Tunis wants to evade me. And we're also going to move him over here. So we're going to have 2, 4, 6 units plus 1 total artillery. And technically we do have fighter squadron. We'll have it over here just to patrol this region. And yeah, I think our first move is going to be right over here. We're going to push for Arbat. Nice little strategic area to grab. We may try to hop over and grab this island just so we have a push zone into Spain, as well as a way to get to Portugal and Portugalicia. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so really making fun of me in the comments. But yeah, we're going to go with that. Let's see if there's any type of conflicts going on. See if anybody has started to make a move. Good way to check on that is the population morale right here. It kind of lets you know if there's any conflicts going on. It will turn red. The happier regions like Norway, 100%. Look at that. What is right here? They are extremely happy. That's interesting to see. Weird to see that there's always these little random areas up. Ukraine threw down little combat outposts on the fuel area. I don't know if maybe they meant to make that a local industry, but it is what it is. We'll see how they fare with Russia on their borders. Maybe they'll do a little coalition of Belarus and the Baltic states. Nice little line to kind of keep Russia at bay. But we'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. We have some conflict right here. Switzerland. Switzerland is making a move. Like they're pushing down on Austria. Austria? Yep. Nice. All right, so we got one active player there. We got the AI. The AI is pushing down into Portugal. Very interesting. That's a very sudden, aggressive move to make. It makes me wonder if the AI is going to do the same thing for me down here. I'll have to keep an eye on that. And everything else seems a bit quiet. Day 1, nothing crazy. We're only, few minutes into the beginning of the game, but looking good. I'm gonna start these local industries just to help boost us up just a little bit, just because we have the ability. This will help us with our fuel situation on producing that last building, because this will be done in about 9 hours. And we have need to get that soon. That's going to be a very vital resource for us to grab, since we do produce very little. Those electronics are going to hurt us though badly, because what I'm thinking for this game, we're going to have a relatively suffice naval presence. My goal is to have destroyers mostly. Probably a few attack submarines just to help out. And most of my big pushing probably going to come from, what we have, the helicopter gunship. That's not bad. Attack choppers, probably my planes. Planes are where a lot of my money is going to come into, just to help protect my my lands, help me get into farther. Total artillery is going to be a big one. And let's see what else. Artillery, planes, our electronics, and our components. That's where it's going to start to hurt us. Same with the our ships. To be mindful of that. We don't want to go too crazy off the bat. and put ourselves in a really bad situation. Now we could produce more troops. I may hold off until the next episode for that, just to let my buildings completely get put up. Like now, instead of missing fuel, we're missing rare components. Just like that. We're going to move these guys into position, and we will be right back once that happens, and we will continue the push. I'll see you guys shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are on day 2 here on our one-time speed gameplay of Conflict of Nations. We are with Algeria again, and we have all of our troops moved over onto our Oran city. Oran. I may be pronouncing that wrong. Please feel free to correct me. And I do think, yes, Italy did push into this region. So now that I know Italy is active and they're doing it, we are going to go in and apply for that coalition. They seem like a player, and they are already in our land area, so that's going to probably be our safest bet. We can kind of close off this region together with some naval ships and definitely take our time spreading around. If Italy does accept me in, ideally, we're going to look at probably swinging on over, capturing Spain, Portugal, lower half of France, maybe Germany will get involved and go back and forth, and kind of really isolating this internal region here. Utilizing some of these inner lands, maybe some airfields, and kind of figuring out where we're going to spread from there. Because once we can control this inner Mediterranean, we really do a good job kind of pinching off a lot of these other countries like Turkey. I think this is Syria. Greece get pinched off, and most of these countries bordering the east side of Italy on the water there, they will be kind of stuck. They won't be able to push out. Maybe they'll try to wrap around, do a flank attack, and they'll be stuck to mostly land units. That will work in our favor. Russia does have the ability to kind of go either way, depending on how well they push up here, but to push units from all the way in northern Russia to try to get down here, maybe somewhere in the Crimea or Romania to do a counterattack of some sort, will be a lot harder if we are kind of isolating this middle section. That also will prevent the United States and Cuba, if we can kind of get a good stronghold right here, right out front of the Morocco and the Portugal section, from kind of getting in there and getting to our home cities. I am definitely well more protected than Italy is, so I do have that benefit and that luck on my side that I can be a little more risky with my moves now. It looks like, how long is this going to take to get over there? Estimating time, day 3 at 07. Well, that is quite some time away, so we're gonna let that take there. Italy is moving over here, so I'm not too sure about pushing with this unit. Like I said, we're gonna wait to see if they accept us. If they do, wonderful. I may decide to take this unit and go for the multi-coast area, multi-island. Maybe I decide to stir something up with France. I don't know. We could also try to push into... We could try to push into Spain and get a hand on that before it gets a little too hectic here and France pushes it down and kind of pinches us off. But we will see. This gameplay is purposely meant to be a bit slower. I didn't put up the first day yet, so day 1 and day 2 will be a compilation together. Let's get some troops going too as well, just to have them stacked up and ready. And let's get some airfields. I always like having airfields relatively available. So we're going to need 4,000, 4,000, and 2,000. How far off are we there? Oh, okay. Not too far off when it comes to components, but we are off on the other 2 requirements, so maybe not. We will wait. I'm not used to playing the 1-time speed. I almost always play 4-time speeds, so going at a much slower rate is definitely going to be new for me to get used to. I'm used to being able to pump out a lot of units, make a lot of movements, where now I can't. Like, I know once this unit gets here, I'm going to have to be a little bit smarter about how I'm going to split up. I may even send this unit down to this region if Italy accepts me and kind of grab onto this little piece of the United Kingdom here, just to get a foothold into Spain without necessarily starting an immediate war with them. And then we could push in. Spain is inactive. They have nothing built. They have yeah, they have nothing built, so that's going to be a huge plus for us. And I believe Portugal is the same, so that will make it very easy for us to start grabbing this lower region, and especially if we don't have to worry about our eastern front with Italy kind of backing us up. So fingers crossed that we hang on, and let's look at the rest of the world real quick. See how the rest of the world is doing, and kind of the population morale. Gives you a good indication of where scrimmages are at. And what we expected, a little bit up here with France and Germany and the Netherlands. Not too surprised by that at all. And who's this? Croatia and Bosnia? Really? I didn't even know Bosnia was in this game mode. But Serbia is going in there, taking little chunks out of it, so Serbia will probably overrun that whole area very soon. Russia is starting to dig into, looks like Ukraine. Oh no, there's Donbass, the Donbass region. So this is an AI area just outside of Ukraine, and look at that, going after Crimea as well. So little ironic with current events, but neither here nor there. Got Russia pushing in over here on the Karmenia. I don't know how to say that. Please feel free to correct me later. Then we got some Sweden, Finland, and some fighting going on over there with Jamutland. That's also another new one. There's a lot of new countries in here I haven't heard of in this game mode. I've played this game mode multiple times before, but more at the 4x speed. So why do these AI type countries get overwhelmed very quickly where I don't necessarily see them? So it's kind of interesting playing at this slower speed where you can actually see these countries. Ireland and Northern Ireland are going back and forth at it. I always wondered why Northern Ireland doesn't get lumped into, based on how the game splits everything. Like, if Northern Ireland's here, then why isn't Wales chopped out? You know what I mean? For those of you who know the real map, that technically the Wales region, especially if you work on, like, say, Google Map to make it easy, this region kind of is its own separate borderland, just like Scotland is, even though it all kind of falls under the UK's little umbrella there. It's interesting that the game wouldn't have that isolated too, but then again, I'm assuming it would be treated just like Northern Ireland is, an AI unit or an AI country that just has their main capital and a little bit of resources here and there. So that could be why. But that's about it for this day 2. So far, things are off to a pretty well start. I think our best bet is going to be teaming up with Italy and taking our time. We're going to be pushing into, I'm going to say, Spain. We're going to grab that foothold here at the United Kingdom and go into Spain just a little bit and try to get this lower region, where we then me and Italy can do a 2-frontal attack on France if we feel like we're up to it, and really wreak some havoc and maybe meet up in the middle. Try to see who can get to Marseille first, or if we can't meet there, maybe at Barcelona. Find out. Thank you for tuning in. If you like the content so far, please feel free to leave a like and leave a comment if you have any suggestions or anything that you might have ideas on, or what you would want to see going on in the series. I do have another gameplay going at the 4x speed where I'm playing as Nigeria. That game is progressing significantly quicker. We're already on day 5 and I started both of these games at the same time. So feel free to go over and check that video out as well. The card will be at the end. And that's it. Thank you so much. See you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.